Welcome to Reading the Bible with Pastor. Today we're on John chapter 10. Truly, truly, I say to you, he who does not enter the sheepfold by the door, but climbs in by another way, that man is a thief and a robber. But he who enters by the door is the shepherd of the sheep. To him the gatekeeper opens. The sheep hear his voice, and he calls his own sheep by name and leads them out. When he has brought out all his own, he goes before them, and the sheep follow him, for they know his voice. A stranger they will not follow, but they will flee from him, for they do not know the voice of strangers. This figure of speech Jesus used with them, but they did not understand what he was saying to them. Oftentimes when Jesus uses a parable, it needs to be explained, and here Jesus takes a moment to explain the parable to the disciples who are around him. We'll continue with verse 7. So Jesus again said to them, Truly, truly, I say to you, I am the door of the sheep. All who came before me are thieves and robbers, but the sheep did not listen to them. He's talking about the corrupt rulers and other leaders Israel has had. I am the door. If anyone enters by me, he will be saved, and will go in and out and find pasture. The thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy. I came that they may have life and have it abundantly. I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd lays down his life for the sheep. He who is a hired hand and not a shepherd does not own the sheep, sees the wolf coming, and leaves the sheep and flees. And the wolf snatches them and scatters them. Jesus is talking about other leaders who have taken care of the flock but don't do a great job of it in the past. All the rulers and kings who did not do their job as they should have to take care of the Lord's sheep. He flees because he is a hired hand and cares nothing for the sheep. I am the good shepherd. I know my own, and my own know me. Just as the Father knows me, and I know the Father, and I lay down my life for the sheep. We'll read in John 15 that Christ says there is no greater love than to lay your life down for another. And I have other sheep that are not of this fold. I must bring them also, and they will listen to my voice. So there will be one flock, one shepherd. For this reason the Father loves me, because I lay down my life that I might take it up again. No one takes it from me, but I lay it down of my own accord. I have authority to lay it down, and have authority to take it up again. This charge I received from my Father. The Lord in love lays down his life for us, so that we may have salvation. He also mentions that there's other sheep that are being brought to the fold, and he's talking about the Gentiles, those that are not the people of the other nations who are not Jews. And we read about this, that he's going to find the Gentiles and add them to his fold. In Acts chapter 22, Paul is describing his conversion from Saul to Paul and conversion from being a Jew to a Christian. And in verse 21, he reminds us, it says, And God said to me, Go, for I will send you far away to the Gentiles. It's because his ministry to the Gentiles that all nations receive the gospel and are welcome into this fold, into the salvation under Jesus Christ. We'll continue with 19. There was again a division among the Jews because of these words. Many of them said, He has a demon and is insane. Why listen to him? Others said, These are not the words of one who is oppressed by a demon. Can a demon open the eyes of the blind? And we read about Jesus being the only man who opened the eyes of the blind in chapter 9. We'll continue with verse 22 in chapter 10.